For applying foundation, there's a few different options, whether it be, liquid or solid. And so for liquid and solid, you'll be dealing with sponges and brushes for the most part. For powder, obviously you need a brush only, not really a sponge. I don't think a sponge works very well for powder. Not that you can't, but for a lighter finish, I would recommend going with a sponge. And so I have the Real Technique sponge here. This is a Beauty Blender dupe I got from Marshall's. Either way, I find that the finish is very natural, but it does apply the foundation a little bit more lightly. And so if you like a lighter finish, a more natural finish, then I would say go for a sponge. But if you're looking at maybe a higher coverage, then I would actually recommend going with a brush. Now, I'm not a makeup artist, but just as a lay person, I find that brushes tend to allow me to use more product. Or at least layer more product on than with the sponge itself. The newest thing is a silisponge, but I can't really recommend it. I find that it doesn't actually give a very natural finish, and that it is a little bit hard to work with, especially around like the nose and around any sort of corners of your face. So I wouldn't recommend getting one of those.